Hey guys, it's your favorite maths teacher here today. It's Mr. Paul, and you're tuning into Paul's Maths Labs. Yeah, power to the people through education. Okay, so anyway, today we're going to be looking at multiplying negative numbers, multiplying and dividing with negative and positive numbers. Okay, so we're going to kind of go through some of the rules. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. So anyway, let's do this. So we're just going to quickly get onto an example. So we've got a negative 3. Actually, first off, maybe I should actually write down a little box here. Oh, I wasn't meant to do that. And my pen's just changed colors again because it likes to do this in order to frustrate me. But I will not get frustrated. Okay, so in a box here, we're going to just quickly write down. So you've got a positive times a positive will give you a positive. Okay, a positive times a negative will give you a negative. Okay, a negative times a positive will give you a negative. A negative times a positive will give you a positive, surprisingly. Okay, so that's our little box that we've got here, guys. Okay, so let's go and see what we get. So we are going to do a negative 3 times a negative 2. So what's that going to give us? Well, a negative 3, a negative times a negative is going to give us a positive. So basically we just now need to do 3 times a 2. So we know we're just going to get a normal positive 6. Okay. Now, what about if we have a negative 4 times a positive 3? Well, we know a negative times a positive is going to give us a negative, looking at our laws here, or looking at our box there. So therefore we're going to get a negative 12. Okay, now let's say we have a positive 5 times a negative 3. Again, we've got positive times a negative, and looking at our box, a positive times a negative is going to give us a negative. So we're going to get a negative 15. Whee! Okay, and again, negative 7 times a negative 3. A negative times a negative is going to give us a positive, so we're just going to get a normal 21. Okay, so that is times multiplying negatives by negatives. Or doing multiplication with negative numbers. Let's look at multiplication with, let's look at division with negative numbers. Do we still get the same thing when it comes to division? So again, we're just going to write down in our little box here. So a positive divided by a positive, we all know is going to give us a positive. Okay, now a positive divided by a negative is going to give us a negative, and a negative divided by a positive is going to give us a negative, and a negative divided by a negative is going to give us a positive. So it's it's basically the same as with multiplication as well. So if we've got let's say we've got a negative 18 divided by a 6, that is going to give us a negative 3. Again, we've got a negative 20 divided by a negative 5. Negative divided by negative gives us a positive, so we're going to get positive 4. So again, we've got a positive 14 divided by a negative 2. Positive divided by negative is going to give us a negative. Okay, and we've got, let's do one more, negative 15 divided by negative 3. It's going to give us a negative divided by negative, will give us a positive. Okay, so guys, the main thing you want to remember is if the signs are different, this will equal to a negative. a negative, you will get a negative answer. Okay, now again, if the signs are the same, you will get a positive. Okay, which is what we can see from our tables anyway. Okay, so that is doing multiplication and division with negative numbers. Okay, guys, so I hope you've understood that today. Thank you again, once again, for tuning into Paul's Maths Labs, and I'll see you guys later.